Surfing session 83. I've been learning to surf for 10 months now, and this is where I'm at. I have a 2+1 fin setup, and I'm experimenting with fin position. I recently moved up my central fin from a neutral position in the middle of the fin box to as far forward as possible. This is supposed to make it easier to turn, since the central fin is more forward, making the pivot point of the surfboard closer to my back foot. However, it'll also make the board a little less stable, which may make it harder to pop up on. And they also say that it has less drive. I'm not sure what that means, but if you surf and know a lot about that, please comment in the comment section below. I went surfing in Nahant with 4 to 6 feet waves and offshore winds. The conditions were great. These waves are a lot larger than the 2 to 3 feet waves that I'm used to. I started the day out paddling to the lineup in the back to find unbroken waves. I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult with lots of strong whitewater waves to fight through. I would either paddle through them and let the waves pass in between my body and the board, or do turtle rolls to get through. On this day, I wanted to make sure that I was paddling smoothly and popping up smoothly on takeoff, because these waves were larger today, and it was great to get practice with the increased height and speed of the waves. On each run, I would try to do 1 or 2 small turns on the surfboard, or try to do speed generation moves. I found that the forward fin position helped me turn the board easier. I was getting quicker response from the surfboard on my bottom turns and my top turns. In addition, when I tried to do speed generation of the surfboard to the right or to the left, I felt the board ride down the line at a sharper angle than before. The only downside is that the board was a little less stable at pop-up, as I expected, and supposedly has a little less drive, so please help me by explaining what that is. I'm going to continue surfing with this fin position because it really helped me with my turns. On this day, I also tried to keep my rides short. I told myself that it took a lot of time and energy to paddle out through all that whitewater to get to the lineup in the back. So I tried to end my rides early by jumping off the board as soon as the wave broke behind me and there was no more clean wave to ride, or by turning my board to ride down the line and then off the top of the shoulder. I found that this was a really helpful strategy for me on this day to maximize the time I was riding on clean waves and to give up some of that ride time on broken waves. I used to ride a wave all the way back to the beach to make my rides as long as possible, but when I do that, I have to paddle back out and I'd have less rides in an hour than normal when the waves are large like they were today. I'd also have a lot less energy. I'm glad I took out my longboard today. I'm using a 9-foot solid LHP, which is a high-performance longboard. It has a 2+1 fin setup, and it's great for beginners like me. Compared to my shorter 7-foot board, this board is easier to paddle on, it's easier to pop up on, and easier to shift your weight around on. My 7-foot board is fun too. It's got a lot of volume, and it's easy to turn. But I noticed that in the lineup, several shorter boards were having trouble catching waves, while I was able to catch several waves while they were still unbroken and further out in the lineup. I've been learning to surf this year, and this is my 83rd surfing session in 10 months. I'm still learning and would love to hear any friendly tips or constructive criticism from any friendly surfers watching this. Please share any tips in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like, comment, or subscribe. This is part of my surfing progression series on YouTube, and I have other surfing videos on the surfing playlist there. Thanks.